Hey everybody! I wanted to show you something kind of different today. I'm going to show you how to eat a crab. A lot of people, a lot of people down south, they have mud bugs, or what us Yankees call it is crawdads. I never get over that term, Yankee. People throw that around so much, like he's a Yankee, string him up. Uh, but we what we have here is we're not as lucky as the people down south who have crawdads, and crawdads are just fantastic. It's a fantastic meal with the potatoes and the sausage and the mushrooms, and it's a whole boiling process that involves a lot of drinking beer and eating mud bugs. So I'm going to show you what we have here. We don't have mud bugs, but we have crabs, and crabs are, I guess you'd say, Yankee mud bugs. So let's show you how to eat them. First off, there's not much meat in the claws, and there's not much meat in the back fins. So what you do is you squeeze them. Eat that. You pull the legs off, snap the end off, squeeze it. And like I said, there's only a little bit of meat in there. Snap the leg, squeeze it. You take the meat out, you eat it. I'm eating along as I go. Why open up a crab if you're not going to eat it? All the meat's on the inside, and that's a little more difficult to get. But I'm going to show you how to do that once we get through this. Take the claws off. Move our little friends out of the way here. You have a cracker. Cracker? What the? No, cracker. And give it a little wrap. Open up the back of the claw. Take the back of a fork and just take the meat out. And fresh blue claw crab meat, man, is the cat's ass, man. This is good stuff. Take that out. Same with the claw. Give it a wrap. Just a little tap, just to crack the shell. Then you can pull the meat out. What happens is, when you use the cracker and when you use the cracker and squeeze on it, it usually breaks the shell. Then you get a mouthful of shells. That's not something what you want. Okay, you get the basic idea now on how to eat the claws. Little tap, snap it in half, and pull the meat out. And there's still meat in there. We'll get to that. All right. I boil this in a little bit of Zatarain's. People from down Louisiana, down south, they know what Zatarain's is. It's a spice mixture, which is just good stuff. What we use here, us Yankees, I'm going to see how many times I can throw Yankee in here. Yankee, Yankee, Yankee. Us Yankees. A lot of people, they make fun of the people from the north, like, oh, a bunch of Yankees, bunch of clowns. Sure, there's clowns everywhere. I'm not saying there's no clowns here. There's a lot of clowns here. I'm one of them. Okay, we took care of that. Now this is where it gets interesting. I pull the back fins off, the meat comes out with it. Snap that, give it a squeeze, and there you go. Alright, you flip the crab over, and this is a female, you can tell because it looks like a beehive and a point. The male has a longer point on it. You pull this back, see that goofy thing in there? And you crack that tail off. Then you take your finger, you stick it in the back of the crab where the back fin was, and you take your other thumb and you pry the shell open. Okay? You remove the front mouth section because it's got sharp points on it. And this right here is called the dead man or the feathers, and you can't eat that. It'll make you really sick. So you pull those off, and what they are is they're the filtering system for the crab. Take that off. It comes off real easy. And you'll see a little membrane back there. You take that off. Now these two sections here, they're full of meat. So what you do is, and this is crab eggs, crab caviar, which is pretty darn good too. Crack it in half with your hands, like that. And then this little section, you take the crab caviar out, eat that. Give this a little squeeze and break it in half. And in here is all crab meat. Beautiful white crab meat. Wow, this is the best video I've made in a while. I'm really having a good time here. Now, inside this whole thing, there's little pockets of meat. So, you take all those pockets, you squeeze all the meat out of them. You got quite a bit out of there. It's all white meat. It's not like the cloth, where you just get a bunch of shells and a little meat. This is all meat. And that's the one side. So you get quite a bit of meat out here. Now, the other side. This yellow stuff, they call that the mustard. It's got a lot of flavor. Almost tastes like fishy salad dressing. If you don't like fish, you wouldn't like it. But if I love fish, so I'll eat any kind of seafood. All right. Same as the other side. You took the dead man off, and then give it a little squeeze. You hear one little crack. Then you split it in half. And you just take the white meat out. That is good. Zatarain's makes it a little spicier, but Old Bay gives it a wonderful flavor, more like lobster. Not spicy. And this is one of those things where I throw the trap down, come back in a couple days, and I've got a bushel of crabs, a couple hundred crabs. I cook them and freeze them and take them out through the winter, so that I can have crabs all year. Because I love crab meat. Buy many if you buy it. It's like $19 for 12. When I can just go down to the end of the dock and just go get them. And I know they're fresh. So that's how you eat a crab. Now, if you really like fish, in the pockets in the side here, there's more crab eggs, crab caviar, which is really good. Very fishy, though. If you're not a fishy lover, and you don't love fish, this ain't for you. But if you do love fish and you love the taste of seafood, there's nothing like a fresh caught New Jersey blue claw crab. Alright guys, I'm going to let you watch this video, and I'm going to sit here and eat me a whole peck of crabs. Have a couple beers at the same time. For me, I call that multitasking. Okay, that's the Yankee version of a mud bug. The New Jersey blue claw crab. Later, guys.